Hey, everyone, what's going on? We're about to hop into our first adventure of the evening, which I've entitled The Presence of Presence. But before we do so, as always, we are going to introduce our heroes. So without further ado, we have Hiyori. Oh, wait, it says Hiyori, but you're playing Aewni is with us tonight, right?
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I get confused for the big sister, even though
Aewni, I'm so...
an entire foot smaller.
I'm so sorry, Aewni. This was a terrible mix-up. It will not happen again. Aewni, of course I know that it's you. How are you, Aewni?
I'm good. That hmm. I don't know what to say about that one. But
I know that this is maybe a bit of a sensitive subject, but it was just written wrong on the paper. You know how sometimes it's just written on the paper, and I didn't even look up. Once I looked past it, I knew it was you, Aewni. You've interacted so many times.
it was like that in school when we were the same size, and then she grew. So,
barring this debacle that's happened here at the beginning of the show, how are you, Aewni? Before up till this moment, how were you?
Oh, I was writing a novel.
You're writing a novel. That's awesome. What are you writing a story about? Is there any details you can give us?
The novel is about, basic constellations we can find here in the land of DnDTime. That's in progress.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. I look forward to hearing the story once it's complete or reading it, I suppose. Do you have any idea about when it's going to be finished, or is it just kind of like a work in progress that there's just a lot to do still?
It's a work in progress. I still have to think of all the legends that happen with these constellations and stuff, but it will happen eventually.
Well, when it does, I look forward to reading it, Aewni. And again, I apologize for the mistake, and welcome to the day.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Of course. Next up, we have joining us Lorquin, the Unkillable, is with us once more. How are you today, Lorquin?
I am fine. I'm glad to be back.
It's of course very good to have you back. Tell me, Lorquin, it's been a little while since we've seen you last. What have you been up to as of late? Anything new?
I've just been traveling and teaching the ways of my old master.
I know it's very important to you to keep your old master's legacy alive. Now, hold on one moment. Can you? Oh, there we go. You did. Lorquin, now I know, of course, the teachings. Does that refer just to the swordsmanship, the particular kind of style of swordsmanship that you use and that you learned from your master, or are your master's teachings more like philosophical as well, or is it really just about the blade?
It's mostly about the blade, but there is some philosophical stuff there as well.
Have you found many students as you've been moving throughout the land? Are there a lot that are interested in learning this particular style?
I have found a few, yes.
Well, it's certainly important to preserve the legacy that your master has left in this world, that it won't die with you, although as Lorquin the Unkillable, it probably will never die with you either. Has Lorquin the Unkillable found a way to cheat the inevitable, just the inevitability of time as of yet?
Not just yet, but he is looking for ways.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you're able to come up with. And Lorquin, I welcome you back. It's good to see you again.
Likewise.
And next we have Valraith Windrunner is with us once more.
Hello! How are you doing today?
You seem in very high spirits today, Valraith.
I'm always in good spirits. Why wouldn't I be? You see the wonderful, glorious clouds in the sky. Oh, wait, there's the great big cloud right over there.
I'm sure it's difficult for me, one who's uninitiated in the beliefs of the Great Big Cloud, to be able to tell the Great Big Cloud from other clouds, but you have that instinct, Valraith.
Yes, it's easy. So you just look in the sky, and the biggest cloud, that is the Great Big Cloud.
That's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Maybe next time I'll keep an eye out for the Great Big Cloud.
Yes, you must praise it. Praise it.
Do I have to do it right now?
Yes, praise the cloud.
Praise the cloud.
Thank you.
Valraith, I understand that you got a new toy recently.
Yes, it's this magnificent belt. I feel so much stronger.
For one thing, it looks very good on you. It's very becoming.
Yes, it's very spiffy, I think. I'm gonna just take my little Blairen's handkerchief and just kind of shine it a little bit more. Because, it's got to be all the shiny.
Do you think that, do you think it's going to come into play? Do you think it will, you're already a very powerful hero. Do you think this will have any impact on your strength in battle?
I think it might. It might. Just a little bit.
We'll see, I guess. Valraith, it is wonderful to have you with us once more.
Wonderful.
And last but not least, I don't know if Kokla, are you here?
I'm here.
Oh, excellent. Kokla, welcome to you as well. How are you today?
It's been a long day. I nearly killed myself going grocery shopping.
How did you almost kill yourself going grocery shopping? How did that happen?
It's very warm.
Well, fair enough. It is exceptionally hot out today. How's the family? How are all your children doing?
It's more now.
Oh my goodness, the number the number keeps increasing. Has it been a little bit hectic around home lately?
It's been extremely hectic. Went from 14 to 25 kids.
Whew. How big was your recent grocery bill?
It is. I need more money.
Well, hopefully,
I'm venturing a lot more now.
Hopefully Bartholomew has some good work for you today. Although, from what you understood, the invitation today might be a nice, well-deserved reprieve. As you've been invited to Bartholomew's birthday party today, Kokla.
Oh, I can use some fun.
Yes, it's always nice to take a little bit of break from some of the harsher aspects of adventuring. As much as it's fun to go out and see the world, there are obviously a lot of dangers that go along with that. But all of you actually have been invited to today's birthday celebration to Bartholomew. You've been adventuring with him for a long time now, all of you, and even those of you who have been here for years, you've never seen Bartholomew celebrate his birthday before, and he seemed pretty excited about it. So as he kind of sent you invitations earlier in the week and asked you all to come, apparently he's inviting the whole adventuring company to be there. And you have all been asked to come to Bartholomew's shop when it opens. And that is where the four of you find yourself as our adventure officially begins. You stand outside Bartholomew's shop. You can see that there are like balloons and banners that are kind of covering it. The Last Hope Tavern is actually currently pretty empty. Usually even earlier on in the day, it's pretty busy and bustling, but it looks like everyone's just in the shop, which, the shop's a pretty small building, but also knowing Bartholomew, he's probably made a little extra room inside that space. And before you're able to open the door and knock, with kind of the door just swings open in front of you, and Bartholomew's standing there. Instead of his normal wizard hat, you see he has like just a pointy party hat on. He goes, greetings, adventurers. It's wonderful to see you all today. I'm so glad the four of you were able to make it. How are all of you?
Busy between all the kids.
What color is the party hat?
It's just kind of like a rainbow swirl with a little like pink pom-pom on the top of it.
Oh, I was gonna make a reference, but that's
Well, oh well. He looks at you. He goes, this party hat has the ability to change colors. Is there any color that any of you would like to see it be? All right. He goes, right, come on in. And he opens the door and kind of leads you into the shop, which you can see has temporarily the shop is just not there, and what you open up into is just a very large hall. You can see just hundreds of people kind of milling about and drinking and festivities. There's kind of drummers playing in the corner. Live music is in the space. You can see that there are various games that people are playing and that are set up. There's a lot of people just talking and laughing, and he's having kind of a big celebration. And he goes, so, can I get, just to be good, can I get any of you anything to drink before I go back to mingling and walking about? And food, drink, we have cake, we have snacks, appetizers. Do you want anything?
I'll take a water and a small slice of cheesecake.
Water and cheesecake, that we have, and we have everything. And Bartholomew looks to the rest of you. Anyone else?
You said you have everything?
Oh, we have it all.
Okay, I'll take some skin roll-ups.
Crixus! And you watch as Crixus walks over, and Bartholomew kind of leans over to Crixus. Crixus, this one, do you know Valraith? Have you two met?
Oh yes, my disciple.
He wanted some of your skin roll-ups to take with him.
Excellent. He loves the spicy ones. Here, let me get some from my bag.
Bartholomew,
thank you, Crixus. Thank you so much. Just like starts throwing a lot in his mouth and starts just chewing them up to the horror of everyone around.
Anyone else want anything? Food, drink, so on and so forth?
I would like a Spanish red wine and some calamari.
We have both. Bartholomew they just appear on a platter in front of you, kind of in a beautiful arrangement. They're like garnished and things like that. As he kind of snaps his fingers and they appear before you.
This is so pretty. I almost feel bad that I'm gonna eat it.
Oh, it'll just reappear after you're done. You can literally have your calamari and eat it too. Lorquin, can I get you anything?
First, I would like to wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much. It's so rare that I get to celebrate one of these.
Yeah. As for snacks, I would like a slice of a rainbow curl cake and a small bottle of ale, if that's okay.
Cake in a bottle. In just a moment, you can see he's a very kind of old and very expensive looking bottle that kind of pops into your hand, as well as a beautiful slice of, you said it was, you wanted like a rainbow colored cake?
Yes.
Yes, which appears before, and he goes, very good. I don't suppose any of you had anything for me. If not, it's fine either way. As he kind of looks at you, he looks like he's expecting to get gifts.
Got a small bag of stuff. A lot of I tell my kids stories about the adventures. They all made something. And Kokla just dumps out just a bunch of drawings and origami things.
And Bartholomew kind of looks down and he goes, "Oh, this is just precious. This is so lovely. Thank you very much, Kokla. It's very sweet." And he kind of looks at the rest of you.
Bartholomew might notice that some of the drawings are addressed to old geezer.
Like, there's definitely a couple of them that have taken like this guy is Kokla's version of Ebenezer Scrooge. So some of the kids were a little bit critical of Bartholomew, it sounds like. Bartholomew, regardless, takes them. He doesn't seem to. If he minded the old geezer, he doesn't let anything on, and he takes them and he thanks you.
Aewni will pull something out of her bag as well.
Oh, what does Aewni give to Bartholomew?
Aewni gives Bartholomew a 16-inch, I want to say, figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of Bartholomew's likeness, the robes, the staff, and everything, except he also has a pair of glasses in the shape of dollar signs, like shutter-shaped glasses.
Absolutely delightful. Bartholomew takes it and he goes, There's nothing I like more than me.
There's more importance to this. It is made entirely of chocolate that should have melted at some point, but just isn't, and it's signed by H. Glasia.
It's signed by H. Glasia.
Yeah, he already made it. She's
okay.
a sculpture.
You had this one commissioned, it looks like.
Yeah, my sister's really good at this stuff, so we decided this would have been a good idea. So here you go.
Bartholomew kind of takes it over and he takes a bite out of the head and just chomps down on it. Oh, I'm delicious. And then kind of snaps his fingers, and it just seems to like reverse in time, so it's still the full chocolate statue, the way it was. And he goes, I'm going to eat me at least occasionally. Thank you so much, Aewni. And again, it's not, of course, gifts. It said on the invites that gifts weren't necessary, but Lorquin, Valraith, did either of you have anything for me? Just wondering.
Yes.
Pressure. Oh, well, go, very good.
And then I hand you a box.
What does the box look like?
It's a large box. It's red, and it's got a purple bow, but it's like sparkly for the ribbon. So it's like glitter ribbon.
Bartholomew kind of very excitedly like opens the top of the box, undoes the ribbon, pops open the top, and what is within?
It is a dark chocolate covered Swedish fish, emblazoned with "Happy Birthday."
Bartholomew immediately, he does a very similar thing where he just takes a huge bite out of it and then reverses it in time, and he goes, "Oh, freshly caught! Did you just pull this out of the Swedish river?"
Absolutely.
Oh, this is incredible taste. You can only, there's just something special about a Swedish fish that has been. It seems like this one's almost still flopping around, and I imagine the chocolate's like breaking in places where the Swedish fish is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to move, and Bartholomew just puts it into stasis and then stows it within his bag. I'll finish the rest of that later. Thank you so much, Valraith.
Anytime.
And you see his eyebrow kind of raises questioningly towards Lorquin, wondering if you got him anything.
Yes, I have a special gift that I picked up for you. Lorquin goes into his pouch and pulls out a dagger and a sheath. The dagger itself looks as if it's hundreds of, if not thousands of years old.
Oh, wow.
He pulls the dagger out the sheath, and the blade it looks like it's brand new. It's a very special metal, and on the blade itself there's writing of a very hard to read language that says Bartholomew, and he hands the dagger over.
Bartholomew kind of takes it. He looks at it for some time. He kind of removes the blade and he kind of stares at it for a while. And you see for a moment he doesn't really seem to know what it says. And then you watch as his eyes kind of flash with runes for a moment as he's trying to as he puts on some effect on himself, allowing him to read this language. And he goes, and he kind of smiles a big smile as he reads it. He closes it very gingerly, kind of places it into his bag. This means a lot to me. That is, where did you come by such a rare alloy as that to have that blade?
I forged it myself, sir.
It is
one of my master's last gift to me.
It is of beautiful craftsmanship, Lorquin. I will value it greatly. Thank you so much, Lorquin. And Bartholomew kind of nods very briefly. Well, it's a party. Go ahead and relax, unwind, say hello to everyone. I also have quite a bit to do. I'm just going to run and I'm just going to run and, like I said, a lot of people to say hi to, but do have fun. Also, would you mind doing me a small favor? I know you're not here to work, but you all have just a moment?
Yes, anything for you.
Yes, well, people who haven't had the chance to talk to me yet have all been leaving their presents in that room over there. You can see that, it's just behind that door. Lemmec gave me a present. I was hoping you could just go and take Lemmec's present, find it in there, and maybe just move it away from the rest of them. I don't have a lot of time right now, and I was just a bit worried that whatever his present was would destroy all of the other ones.
Yes, that's
Understandable.
Very understandable.
It'll just take a moment. You know what? I'd never do this. We'll call it a mission. I don't know what's in there. It could be bad. It's probably fine. We'll call it a mission. Here's 200 Bartholomew bucks up front. And Bartholomew hands each of you 200 Bartholomew bucks in advance of the task, a thing that he has never done before. He goes, just get it out of there. I trust you all to do it. I have a lot to do. But thank you so much for coming, and I do really appreciate that.
If it's dangerous, can we kill it?
What? Oh, yeah, if it's something bad, just go ahead and get rid of it. A lot of my enemies send me presents this time of year. He holds up, I got this from the math goblins. It's a trash bin for calculus textbooks, specifically. He holds it up, and you can see just on the bottom of it, there's like a rune of teleportation, and it just says on the front of it, math book trash for math books only. The math goblins, happy birthday. And he goes, so yeah, I get a lot of bad gifts this time of year. If I'm being honest, it doesn't go this time of century. There might be some other dangerous ones in there, but you'll be fine. I'm sure nothing too terrible.
Aewni looks completely confused, and you can kind of see it on her face. The thing running through her head is, who the hell is Lemmec?
Just wait till Halloween, you'll find out.
Now, I have a question. Are you the player unfamiliar with Lemmec? Or are you the...
Oh no, that's simply in character.
Yes, that's what I assume. And that is going to... that's all. Bartholomew goes, all right, well, I'm off. Enjoy the food. Again, just move it anywhere, just like outside or something. And I hope you all have fun. I'll be about. And Bartholomew teleports away. And as he kind of disappears, there's just a puff of like confetti and like party poppers that kind of go off in the space where he left. And you see him appear on the other side of the room and just start dancing amidst the crowd of people dancing there.
Aewni very quickly eats her cheesecake and downs her water.
Nim 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 nim. Oh, glug glug glug.
The water is crisp and pure. It's rare that you have the opportunity to say that water was really good.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That like you finish it, you're like, man, that was good water. The door that he was kind of pointing out to, it's kind of just on its own. There's not a lot of people like hanging out in that area. You can see that like there's like the trash king is over on one side of the room and he's kind of like eating cake, and there's just like a large group of people that are kind of huddling away from him and kind of avoiding the trash king that are hanging about that door, but that's about it. It's kind of a deserted corner of the party space. What do the four of you do?
I'm just gonna go over to the door.
All right, yeah, you just pop right on over, and as you reach it, you open up the door, and within it is dark. As soon as you kind of enter into it, you see that it's actually pitch black as it kind of closes behind you, and the sounds, as soon as the door closes, the sounds of the party just completely fade to nothing.
Is it magical darkness?
The darkness is not magical. Who among you has dark vision?
I do.
I don't.
All right.
Does everyone have dark vision except me?
I don't. but I don't need it.
All right, perfect. Aewni's gonna flip the light switch.
All right. Yeah, you kind of go and flick the light switch, and the room that you're actually in, it's just kind of like a foyer waiting room, which you see there's like another door, almost like there's like a seal on it. What's the term that I'm looking for? When you have like an airlock almost on this room. And then there's a bigger kind of like vault door with the big kind of circular handles. You know, the classical vault door shape that I'm describing?
Oh no. Oh no, I don't like this.
I attempt to open the vault.
Go ahead and make me a strength check.
A strength check?
Yeah.
Oh,
I realized as I was asking.
horrible at these.
You were, 19's gonna get you there. You spin it easily with the help of your belt of giant strength. The handle just kind of swings, and there's a little bit of a like the sound of air on ceiling as some things unvent. And as you open it up into the space beyond, you see a huge cavernous room that it opens up into. And it is stacked with presents, thousands upon thousands of gifts. Many of them gift wrap, most of them not opened. You see various things. You see the lighting in this space. Most of the light is just kind of like drifting and kind of filtering in places from presents that are like enchanted to glow, or various kind of like glittering the glow of magical items that are in different spaces. They're just piled up one upon one another, with only enough room, kind of spaced between the huge mounds of presents, for you guys to walk through. There's like enough for like the people who were putting them all here originally to like maneuver through it, but like the place is stacked.
Okay, so when I open the door and I step in, my elf eyes see a literal ton of presents.
Yes. And this is something that everyone sees. Just the ambient light from all the magic items that seem to be in this space are kind of just casting a little bit of a dull glow. And as you all walk into the space, you hear from a speaker up above, Bartholomew's voice kind of come in a little bit of static. You look up, it's kind of an arcane announcement horn. As Bartholomew speaks up, feel free to play with anything you find in here. Honestly, I don't have a ton of time to go through everything that I get. So, just, it all goes in the bag when it's done, you know? The thing stops.
Let's take a look around. Let's see if we can find Lemmec's gift.
Find Lemmec's gift in this room. Yes.
Yes, we just look for the
Small.
most dangerous.
I can maneuver.
The most dangerous present, you say?
I will just barrel through if I have to.
Just don't knock everything down. They're small. I'll get buried.
You begin to barrel through, and again, there's places where, are you like just like letting things push and kind of fall over, or are you like being careful not to like actually smash things, but just moving as fast as you can?
Just trying to get through the clearest path as possible.
Okay. In that case, you begin walking. Like I said, there's space to move. Like you can move. It's just a little bit tight in some places. A couple times you have to walk side saddle, but you begin to make your way through. And what's your perception check?
Perception?
16.
13. Passive.
16 passive.
11.
15 passive.
And what was yours again, Valraith? I'm sorry.
13.
Okay, so just Lorquin and Kokla. The two of you, Valraith's up ahead of you. He kind of has forged ahead, and he's moving side saddle along a little section. There's a bunch of them stacked up, making almost like a present ravine. But you can see it opens up into a little bit of an open area. There's a big like table that he was gifted, and there's a bunch of presents on that, but they kind of cleared out some space around it. But you hear you can hear just very softly. It sounds like a voice of a person that's whispering on like the other side, right where Valraith's about to come out to, and you can hear just wait for it, wait for it. There's something that seems to be getting ready to like ambush Valraith as soon as he kind of walks out. Only Lorquin and Kokla hear this.
I will shout over while drawing my katana.
All right. What do you call out?
I call out. I can hear someone whispering, "Wait for it," over and over. It might be an ambush.
All right. Yeah. As you kind of scream out that it might be an ambush, Valraith, do you do anything?
Yes.
What do you do?
I will. Shield of Faith. And draw my longswords.
Okay. In that case, you're about to, and then do you kind of jump out into the corridor?
Yes.
Into the space? All right.
Absolutely.
What about Aewni? Kokla, do you guys do anything? This is about to happen?
You know what? I'm gonna prep a Ray of Frost cast.
Okay. You cannot ready an action outside of combat, but
Right. I keep doing.
Yeah, but you have like a round now to do some, like take an action or to like position yourself if you want to.
Well, guess I'll find the most stable stack of presents and pull out my crossbow.
All right, you kind of take cover, and Valraith, you hop out, you ready your sword, and from like the stack of presents, you just hear the voice. Now that you're kind of close enough, you just hear now, and out from behind this stack of presents, you see jumping out what looks like a big box with arms and legs. There are two kind of googly eyes that are on top of it, and the top of it kind of almost mimic-like, kind of opens and closes. As soon as it comes out into the space, a bunch of like little fireworks and stuff go off behind it, and it kind of it begins to just kind of see. It begins to just kind of sing out to you, and it goes, "Hello, Bartholomew, a moment, if I may, to come and greet you on a very special day. Good tidings to you, and to you I say, have a very, very happy birthday!" And it holds its arms up in the air, and you watch as more kind of like confetti and fireworks kind of pop out. And he flourishes for a moment and then bows down and opens the top of its head, revealing what looks like a pair of socks inside of it.
Oh.
That was somehow anticlimactic and climactic at the same time. How
That's actually kind of cool.
Who managed this? This is some sorcery.
I'm so sorry. Usually that's not the reaction I get. Usually it's just like, oh, I got a cool present. Oh, it's my birthday. I'm Bartholomew. Which one of you is Bartholomew?
None of us are Bartholomew.
Are you kidding me?
We're his adventurers. We're supposed to be looking for Lemmec's gift.
I have never been treated in this way in all of my life. I mean, usually I go to a party and it's like, oh, a singing present. This is the coolest thing here. And I just get thrown in this room. I know I'm cool. I get thrown in this room by some sort of gnome, and he just says, I say, oh, well, you got to take me to Bartholomew. And he says, wait in line. And it would... Can you bring me to Bartholomew?
Not yet.
Points at the door behind
We
us
can bring you
and
to
goes,
him after
"Through
we deal with a small...
Oh, I've been trying to leave. It won't let me go through there.
Tough luck then."
Well, can you get him to come and get me?
We can tell him you're here.
Yes.
All right, I suppose.
You seen anything dangerous?
Tons of them. Some of the presents in here are awful. I walked over to one of them, and a whole bunch of just dudes in tank tops came up and tried to shoot me. They said their names were all Mort. That was bad. I put one of the cupcakes that I found over on that table over there in me, and it exploded. So yes, there's a lot of bad presents.
Aewni is now uncontrollably giggling.
Is there one? I can show you where all of those tank top guys are.
We're looking for a gift sent by a guy called Lemmec.
Oh, the big red and black one. It had a big skeleton. It had a big skeleton face on the side of it, and it said "From Lemmec."
That was huge.
It was like the biggest one here.
Supposed to move it away from the rest of the gift.
Okay.
Oh, well, that seems great. Maybe you could move me too. I'll show you where that is if you move me too.
Yeah, we can do that.
I give you my word, if you show me where that present is, I will speak to
You might want to be careful. It might be dangerous.
I have another gig at 4, so let's make it quick.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, by the way. My name's Presento. I'm sorry that that's my name, but that's the name I was given.
I like your name. I'm Kokla.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, Presento, the fabulous talking present. That's the whole thing. They just will put the gift. The gift is the socks, but it's like a fancy box. It's like those singing greeting cards. Anyway, and he goes, all right, I'll show you the way. And Presento begins running off down the running off and down the path ahead.
Follow.
Lead the way.
This sentient present.
He goes, all right, and he begins kind of leading you through the twisting corridors. I've walked around a bit. I've seen some of the stuff around here, and he kind of walks you through a section. And what are all of your? Why don't all of you just make an investigation check to just kind of like take in the space as you're looking around?
Almost none of us are good at investigation.
Yeah, there's Aewni, Lorquin. Man, there's a lot of presents in this room. It looks like there's just a lot of presents.
There's a lot of boxes.
Some of the more interesting ones that you see Kokla and Valraith. You can see what looks like just like a really heavy-looking steel drum with a bow on it that's kind of interesting looking. You can see further on there's a table with just like rows of potions. There are various like swords and magic items. It looks like there's an entire... You can see there appears to be an entire like sword rack of different sized swords, and all of them seem to be like glowing with magic. Up on like a higher, up on the top of one of the stacks. Just some like interesting stuff. Just kind of floating around if you guys want to. I know Bartholomew mentioned you could play with stuff if you wanted to, or you guys just single-minded determination as you move forward.
Have any of them
I grab one of the smaller swords.
Yeah, you it's kind of situated towards the top of a stack, so you could probably climb up over some gifts to get it. Do you want to try and climb, or do you want to just like, do you have some other way of getting it down?
Lorquin will help her climb if she chooses to.
Aewni will just mage hand it to Kokla.
I mean, I could always just toss her.
I like you've been given a lot of choices. This is a delight. What do you want to do, Kokla? Presento looks up at you and he goes, "Oh, those are definitely some fine-looking swords. I'd be happy to give you a boost too. It seems like everyone's offering something."
Flying cold power, go.
Not sure. Being thrown is such a good idea because I don't know how stable the tower is.
One eliminated.
I
could carry you up in my belly.
That is both intriguing and disturbing.
I get that a lot.
I'm sure you do.
Yes. So many options.
It's just the burden of choice.
Yes, I could try climbing one of the more stable things, and if it doesn't work, we can just rely on Mage Hand.
All right, go ahead and make me an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice, with advantage, because you got plenty of help. 16. All right, so you climb up, and you scurry up without too much issue. And as you reach the top, there are a whole bunch of, like I said, different sized swords. There's a short sword, there's a dagger. Which one sounds more your speed? If you're looking for something small. There's also a rapier, if that is your taste.
I'm good with daggers.
Yeah, dagger. And as you pick it out, you kind of pluck it. It just flies out of your hand and begins just kind of hovering around you and seeming to almost dance through the air, like you've just picked out a dancing dagger, which just seems to have instantly bonded to you as soon as you kind of grab it. And as you kind of take it out, and as you're climbing up, some of the presents kind of shift and move, and you watch as one thing in particular, one kind of clatters to the ground, and like a jack-in-the-box pops out of it with like a kind of like a mean-looking face on it. Another one kind of falls, and it's just this small bag of like yarn balls. And as soon as they hit the ground, those of you who are there, you can see these like yarn balls. There's like a little bow tie around it, but it got undone, and out of it, as soon as the yarn balls strike, there's just an explosion and a puff of magic. And you watch as a whole bunch of just wild and savage-looking beasts appear in the space. I would like you all to roll for initiative.
Ooh. Nice. No one under 10. Oh. That's what I'm saying.
No one under 10 except for one of the wild beasts.
Oh, geez. That hyena did not do too great. And you watch as soon as a few of these things pop out, you see like a huge hyena appear in the space. You can see what looks like an axe beak. A great giant bird with like an axe for a face comes out and slams its axe head into the ground, just panicking about being spontaneously summoned. And then also you can see what looks like just like a full-grown tiger, which kind of growls into life. The first to act in this instance is going to be Kokla. You have a dagger that's flying around you, which you can make fly and make an attack as a bonus action.
All right. The first thing I can do is far away, like I'm high up. I can see where everyone is.
Oh yeah, you got a beautiful vantage point.
Like distances, hyena, tiger, axe beak. I'm on the tower.
Can you ask me that one more time?
What are the distances of the animals?
Oh, you're about 25 feet up here, so you can probably use anything on any of them. They're all kind of like...
Except potentially animal handling, because I'm nowhere close to them.
Oh yeah, if you wanted to just like calm them down, that might be a little bit tougher. But you could try and hop down. You'd have to make a check, but you could try.
I'm gonna try use my crossbow to intimidate the I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. 16. Which one are you trying to intimidate?
I'm gonna try and intimidate the bird.
All right, the bird, which is kind of like banging its head on the ground with an axe, kind of looks up at you, and they see this. Kobold kind of glaring down at them, crossbow drawn, this weird, like, magical floating knife that's just, like, flying around you, and they look up at you and just slam their head into the ground, and they look a little nervous. Like, you think that you have successfully intimidated this bird, I would say. You still have a bonus action if there's anything you'd like to do with that.
At the moment, I don't want to try and hurt any of the animals at the moment, so I will save that bonus action.
Very well. That's going to bring us next in initiative to Aewni. What would you like to do, Aewni?
I'm gonna cast Bless and bless my other 3 party members, and then I'm going to hide behind Valraith.
All right, you do so. You hide behind Valraith, which is going to bring us in initiative to... it's going to be that bird's turn. That bird kind of looks up at you, Aewni, and just slams its head into the ground again and just goes... and that's all for that bird's turn, as it's just been scared, literally scared stiff. The tiger, however, is going to look over at... I think it is going to look at you, Valraith. Is going to pounce on you.
They can try.
He's going to go ahead and give you the old pounce.
Just enough.
It's a 22 to hit. Yeah, 7 points of slashing damage. Just like rake and cut into you. And I also need you to make me a strength saving throw. Is they're going to attempt to knock you prone with their pounce move. That's not enough though. They go and kind of climb up
hold on. Bless.
Oh, bless as well. Well, it's still on.
I don't need it.
The tiger goes to kind of like push you and bring you down to the ground, and maybe normally you would have fallen under such a powerful blow from a large beast like this, but with the strength of your belt, you just dig your feet firmly into the ground and push the tiger back. Kind of roars and kind of backs away from you a little bit, just kind of now encircling you. Walking a pace around. That's all for that creature's turn, and I believe that's going to bring us next to Valraith. The turn is yours.
I have this. I'm good. It's still up. Oh, tiger! Boom.
That is going to hit.
And that will definitely hit.
Yeah. 30 damage to a tiger. The tiger just kind of... and as it kind of... you cleave into it with your long swords in these 2 terrible arcs. You can see, rather than bleeding, the tiger just kind of... Just some, like, dust comes out of the tiger. And as it falls to the ground, it just... dissolves into just magic particles as it floats away. And you end this tiger in a single... twin strike. As we move next to you, Lorquin. What would you like to do, Lorquin?
I have a slight question.
Yeah, absolutely.
My mythical katana, the daylight effect.
Yes.
That, like, can I use that, like, forever? Like, no, it doesn't recharge or anything like that?
I believe, I thought it was like once a day or something like that. I don't know if it doesn't specify on the item.
It doesn't specify that.
If it doesn't specify on the item, then I think you could just use it.
Yep.
You can just do it whenever you want.
Do it.
So that's good to know. Then, yeah, I take out my katana and I speak its command word. I say, by the light of Amaterasu, Amaterasu being the command word, you shall burn.
Very well. Your katana blazes to glorious light, and what happens? What does this mean for this tiger? Or this hyena is the one that's still kind of facing you down at the moment.
Until it starts its turn, nothing. As soon as it starts its turn, a lot of pain.
Well, it's starting its turn, so what happens?
It must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or take 3d8.
Oh, wow.
Half damage on success.
All right. This hyena is very wise, apparently. Against all odds.
So,
It's a +1. It's not terrible. So it's going to take 4 points of radiant damage, you said?
yes.
In radiant light, you watch as the hyena's flesh kind of begins to burn, but it still kind of lets out its kind of low hyena cackle as it rushes towards you and is going to make a bite attack against you. It's a 14 to hit.
That misses. Is that a natural attack? Like a unarmed strike or natural weapon?
Yeah, it's a natural. It would count as a natural weapon.
Right. Yeah.
Ah, good. It takes 1d6 points of fire damage as it hits my Vemerage shield.
Oh no! It takes 1 point of fire damage. Still, it goes to bite down on you. Meets only burning armor as the hyena kind of pulls back a little bit and lets out, like, shakes its head. That's all for that hyena's turn. It's going to bring us back around to the top, which is you, Kokla. This bird has just kind of stopped in its tracks. There's a hyena that's doing battle with Lorquin over there, and the tiger's been dealt with already. What do you want to do?
The bird isn't gonna do anything at the moment. I'm gonna take my trusty crossbow, aim at the hyena, and fire.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll. Oh, you already did. 19. Will hit for 5 points of piercing damage. And the crossbow bolt sticks into it. It leaves kind of a sizable bolt in the side of this creature, which is still raring to go, but it's starting to look hurt, at least a little bit. You have a bonus action still. Do you want to use your new dagger, or do you have some other bonus action you'd like to use? Kokla?
Guess I'll send the dagger.
Yeah, go ahead. It would be the same as your dex. So, it would just, do you have a dagger weapon in your inventory?
Dagger.
Yeah, go ahead
dagger.
and just make me an attack with that dagger, then we'll just say it's the same, except it's magical. Roll damage, 16 hits. Another 5 points of piercing damage. The dagger just kind of flies right after you shoot the crossbow bolt. It just kind of spins in a circle around it and flies, striking into the hyena, coordinating with you kind of very naturally, an extension of your will there. And anything else on your turn?
Good job, magic dagger.
The dagger kind of, as it flies out of the hyena and back towards you, you see it's almost kind of like prancing a little bit in the air, like it liked the praise. That's going to bring us, I skipped him, but that's going to bring us to Presento's turn. Who's going to run up and go, well, all right then, and is going to punch this hyena with his pseudopod. You watch as he kind of, his form dissolves a little bit, and he goes and just fisticuffs up to that hyena as a present, and just and with the second one hits for 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and doesn't stick to him. He chooses not to use the adhesive trait. As Presento, well, how am I doing? Am I doing well?
Yes.
Oh, you did great.
I punched that big cat, dog. That's
You're
all.
doing fabulous.
Oh, that's
Nina's
me.
sort of a canine.
That's my whole brand. That's going to bring us next to you, Aewni. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna Ray of Frost the hyena.
Make an attack. Ooh, that's gonna hit.
19. Oh my god, these rolls.
6 points of cold damage. the hyena is still up, but is not looking too great. Anything else on your turn? Anything else on your turn, Aewni?
No, I'm just gonna say this thing has been blinded, burned, and frozen, and punched. So
Yeah, he got battered
Stabbed.
too. Yeah, stabbed, shot, and I have to assume finished as we move next to Valraith.
I don't know what you mean, finished.
He does not have a lot of health left, and you can't miss. Go ahead.
I can. There's a chance for a natural one.
You're right. You could roll a natural one.
yeah, but the second hit.
It's not.
Would you care to well, roll damage just to make sure that you're... Yeah, okay. Would you care to describe your killing blow?
I'm just gonna lop its head off, just straight off.
And it falls to the ground, and it would normally be ghoulish, but it also kind of just bleeds this... it also kind of bleeds this, like, just magical essence, and then dissolves into particles and kind of confetti as it disappears.
How far away is the axe beak?
The axe beak is... the axe beak is just a few steps away. It's just kind of standing there confused and looks over at you, Valraith, as you're walking towards it. It's already scared, and it looks at you and sees you cut the head of the hyena off and just goes... and you also watch as it all of a sudden lays an egg on the ground behind it.
Ooh.
Good question. The axe beak
Yes.
was within 15 feet of the hyena, yes?
Can you say that one more time? I don't know if you have any way to boost your volume. I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you in general, Scotty.
Was the
I
axe
don't
beak
mind.
within 15 feet of the hyena?
The axe beak was, yeah, they're all in the kind of same space.
Oh boy.
As soon as
Cone of cold.
the turn would have happened, it was subject to the radiant damage.
Oh boy.
Well, go ahead, and it's going to make a wisdom save. Which... The axe beak doesn't do so hot. Okay, it takes 15 wisdom damage. It runs away. Never mind. I just assumed it did nothing on its turn, but it runs out of that area on its turn instead. But it's not enough to finish it off. It's close though. Anyway, are you gonna? You have another attack. Are you gonna go after this axe beak, or are you just gonna let it run away?
Yes, and it laid an egg too, right?
Yeah, it laid an egg.
Okay, I'm gonna get that later, but for now.
All
I
right.
think that hits.
Roll damage. Yeah, the axe beak goes down as it falls. It dissolves, and you watch. Unfortunately, so does the egg dissolve into magic as the axe beak is slain. And that's all for that combat. You killed them all. You got all the bag of tricks monsters.
I gotta get down.
Well,
Before you come down, could you pass me a longsword or two?
Sure.
Short sword, sorry.
Thing. Goes just gonna near the landing area and pushes it over.
It kind of goes clattering down the side, and oh no, where's my table? I would like you to roll me a D100, Kokla.
This can only go well.
47.
As you push down the oh, that's actually a pretty good one. The magic you watch as one just kind of like scroll fizzles as you're moving through it, and one of the random magical items here pops off and casts the Armor of Agathis spell upon you at first level. You gain 5 temporary hit points from Armor of Agathis. That's a pretty lucky result, actually. Could have been very bad. But also, you knock over that big old bin of swords. They're now just down on the ground.
Alright, now I'm gonna slowly climb down.
All right. You don't need to make a check to go down. You can just do so easily. It's not as difficult. Yep. You hop back down and goes. All right. Well, shall we be pressing on then?
Yes, and we'll do it fabulously.
Agreed. I try to do everything in such a manner. And he goes, it was over that way. And he begins kind of stepping off, and then he goes, oh, no. He was right in a clearing right over there, but it seems the way's been blocked. And you can see, like, there's 2 piles of presents, and it looks like there was, like, a path left open here, but at some point, although from what I've heard about this Bartholomew fellow, he'll rather like that. And he kind of, Presento kind of points over the way, and there are just a huge mound of gold that seems to be blocking the path into the, like, kind of circular and encased area where Lemmec's big present is. According to him, that the present was beyond that, but there's just a huge pile of gold kind of blocking the way.
If only someone wanted gold, it'd be a great time for them. So how much gold is this right here?
It's just a mound that goes from the floor to the top of the 50-foot high ceiling.
Oh, it's the whole
I can't scale that, but I.
Yeah, it's stacked. It's stacked up. You're you're amazed. It doesn't even make sense the way that it's stacked. Like, it shouldn't have been able to stack up like this.
Oh.
Like, it should just flow over, but it's not. It's just perfectly stacked.
Guess we need to find a around this.
Well, it was sort of a closed-in chamber. I don't know. I don't remember. There was a couple of folks that came in and dropped things off since I got here, but I was a late arrival. But I think you have to go through that one way or the other.
Aewni is gonna shoot the perfectly stacked gold with a Ray of Frost.
The Ray of Frost passes through the gold.
He's gonna try and
put his shield over his head and try and walk through the gold.
It appears to be a completely illusory. And then on the inside of it, there is a single copper piece that seems to be like magically projecting this illusion around it, with just a little tag on it, which was, "You ruined my life, Bartholomew, Torfless Frombladuke."
Kokla's gonna pick it up.
All right, you take that one. And as you do and put it into your pocket, the big illusion of gold dissipates. And you can see there's just a big open chamber. And on the far side of it, you can see a huge black and red present with a big skull on it that says "From Lemmec." Absolutely massive thing. In a space that's completely... it seems to be completely devoid of all other gifts. Like, it's very well organized here, more than the rest of it. And in the center of this open space, there's a single package that is just a simple green traditional present with, like, the square lid, and it's just a plain matte green with a lid on it. And it's right in the middle.
Auckland's going to go over and open the present.
Are you going over to the Lemmec one or the one in the middle of the room?
The one in the middle of the room.
All right. As you begin kind of walking closer to that one, Lorquin, I'd like you to make me a wisdom saving throw. 17. You hear a voice kind of speak to you as you start walking towards it. Lorquin the Unkillable. Why don't you join me for a moment? And you feel this pull, and you start to, like, almost lose control of your senses. And then as you walk closer, you're like halfway across towards the center of the room, towards this gift, and you kind of stop, I imagine, after that you have this strange experiment where the present seems to talk to you for a moment. Yeah, you're halfway across the chamber walking towards this present. This happens to you telepathically. No one else heard this.
Yes, he would just stop and wonder why the present, 1, is talking to him, 2, knows who he is.
Yeah, also seem to have tried to exert some kind of will over you for a moment there. is the impression that you get. Yeah, you guys see Lorquin just walk towards this green present and then suddenly stop. And Lorquin, you can see on the tag for the present, now that you're close enough, there's a plain white tag, and there's no signature on it, just a little picture of a green sun.
Oh.
Ah. Lorquin is going to do an about turn and walk away from that present.
And as you turn to walk, you guys see Lorquin walk up and just start kind of like stop, and then just turn around and start walking back towards you. And right as you do, the top of the box opens, and you watch as a tendril lashes out and goes to kind of grab onto you. I would like you to roll for initiative, as this thing is going to make a strike against you.
Oh no.
Oh!
That's a 23 to hit. I assume that's gonna strike?
Wait.
Yes,
Oh,
that hits, yes.
Yeah. 12 plus 7 points of acid damage. You watch as this tentacle reaches out and lashes around your leg. It's just kind of got you by the ankle right now. It doesn't pull you or move you or any way, but it holds you in place, and you feel it kind of restricting and burning as this terrible kind of effect comes over you. And that is going to roll initiative as well.
Just a
Presento kind of speaks up. That's the worst Presento. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a natural weapon. It also takes 2. You watch as the acid of this tendril and the fire of your armor kind of commingle, and there's just like an acrid scent that gets left in the air, but it still kind of holds on. And Presento is going to go, I might hang back a bit unless you really think you need me.
I think you probably should hang back for this one. This seems a distance fight.
That's going to...
Yes, you should not go near the tentacle.
Valraith, you are going to be the first to act here. What would you like to do?
How far away am I from this tendril of doom?
Actually, well, you kind of step up and you see this tendril come out. The tendril is extending like 15 feet out to grab onto Lorquin, where the presence at the center of the room. But as the top kind of lashes off, you see 2 more of these tendrils kind of lap out of it, and you guys can just kind of hear just a low, terrible rumble that seems to come from within, as well as the sound of like static in your ears. It's definitely an unpleasant gift. So what would you like to do, Valraith? It's about 30 feet to get to the present, and then another 30 feet to get to Lemmec's present on the other side of the room.
Well, I'm walking to it.
All right. You run across the room towards it. You can reach the present at the center. It's just like the box is very small, and the tentacles seem to be coming from within. As you reach over to where the box is, you can see within what looks like just this green, extra-dimensional, like slimy space, and a weird, aberrant-looking creature that's like skulking around inside of it.
Is the lid right beside it?
The lid's got knocked off beside it, but the tendrils, like just putting the lid on, the tendrils are like spread about the room now, so you have to like jam the tendrils back in to be able to actually effectively close it.
I'm gonna try to be chop-o-matic! And, totally.
15 is unfortunately going to miss.
Well, does 18?
18 will hit.
Oh, wait a minute, I have Bless still.
Bless, how long does Bless last?
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. You would have worn out of Blessed at this point.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Oh, well. All right. Well, I want to do that, but then I'm also going to...
I feel the smite.
Smite it!
It likes getting smited. It doesn't. It doesn't like getting smited.
25.
25 points of damage it takes. You hear, as soon as you strike it for this damage, you just hear it kind of scream at you in your mind. You just hear, and that sound just appears to you telepathically, and kind of statics in your brain as it hits. And it takes a bunch of damage. Anything else on your turn, Valraith?
That is it.
That is going to bring us to Kokla, what would you like to do, Kokla?
Second. So I'm going to try to shoot the tentacle that's latched onto our friend here.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll damage on that, because 22 is certainly going to hit. 6 points of piercing damage. You strike it. I will give you advantage if he tries to get out from like wounding the point of connection there. It'll be easier for him to get out, although it doesn't like completely let go of its grasp because of that. But yeah, that hits. Anything else on your turn?
Is the flying dagger buddy still here?
Dagger buddy's still there. It kind of zips up next to you as you think of it.
Buddy, I try and hit that tentacle, okay?
It kind of flies in a circle as if to ascend. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. 15 points of damage. The dagger zips over, I'm sorry, 15 to hit. That's 15 points of damage. No, 15 unfortunately misses. My apology. Dagger buddy goes to strike into it, but it goes in for a piercing strike, and the tentacles are pretty narrow, and it scatters against the floor before flying again back to you. And it does so kind of slow, like it's dejected that it missed.
Try. Get it next time.
Oh, you have pack tactics. You have advantage on your attack if you want to roll again.
You have pack tactics. Okay.
20 will hit. Roll damage. And as you say, you'll get him next time. The dagger just goes back and strikes for 7 points of piercing damage. And all right, man, nice round. 13. Is that all for your turn?
That's all I can do.
All right. That's going to bring us next in initiative to, it is, I believe, this guy's turn. And this guy is going to make a tentacle attack. This damage is just going to happen to you automatically, Lorquin. As you take 16 points of damage as the tentacle around you begins to kind of like coil a little bit further up your leg and kind of clench and squeeze, and you feel the sharp point. Also, it's going to take that damage, I believe, from the fire again, if you want to roll that fire damage. And it's going to... 2 points. Everything counts. It's going to throw one over at you, Valraith. Oh, that's a nice strike. I assume 23 gets you, Valraith?
Yeah, barely, but it does.
It's actually going to throw another one at you. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Oh, actually, critical attacks do not hit me. I have a charm against that.
So they were reduced to regular hits, right?
Yes, they're regular hits.
Okay. Oh, you're adamantine.
Yep.
Oh, well, you still take a lot of damage, but not what probably would have been a lethal strike there. That was a lot of damage. That's 20, oh my god, 39 points of damage from those 2 strikes.
I am unconscious.
Does the first one bring you unconscious, or the second one?
The second.
Okay, good. All right, so the 2 tendrils kind of go out and lash at Valraith, and Valraith kind of crumples underneath them. Man, those were some high rolls. And that's all for faux turn. That's going to bring us next in initiative to Lorquin. What would you like to do, Lorquin?
Have I gotten
trying
skips?
to free myself from
did
this
you-
tentacle in action.
Did you get...
Yeah, by the way, my initiative was 20, and the gift has an initiative of 6.
the present was just chilling. But, I thought you were saying the Green Sun gift, yeah. My apologies. Well, the turn is yours now, which actually might be advantageous since, given the way things panned out, but what would you like to do?
So, first off, I'm gonna run over to Valraith.
Alright.
And I'm gonna second level Cure Wounds.
Okay. You cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. Go ahead and roll me that healing. Valraith, you are revitalized at 10 hit points, and you still have a bonus action. What else would you like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna quicken spell Guiding Bolt this present.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll with Guiding Bolt. Unfortunately, 11 is going to miss. You go and fire your guiding bolt, and it ricochets across towards the back wall, and you see it just hits like a teddy bear, which is now glowing with divine energy. Anything else on your turn?
Hope? That's about all I can do.
That's a good turn. Now I believe we move to Lorquin.
Okay, trying to get away from this tentacle, is it considered an action?
Trying to get away out of the grapple. You can actually move freely within the space of the creature if you want to move closer. So basically, if you want to move within 15 feet of the creature, you can. It's just preventing you from moving beyond that point.
I'm just trying to make sure that it's not touching me.
Okay, so if you want to just break out of it, it would be one of your attacks in place of an attack I would let you do. And you'd have advantage on it because you
shot it!
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get away from it so it's not touching me.
Alright.
What would that be? Strength save?
Yep. Athletics check, actually. Or acrobatics if you're better at that, but I assume for you that would be athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
21. You just kind of shake your leg and kind of pull backwards, and you watch as the tentacle just kind of snaps and rips at a point, and you just break the tentacle straight off. It falls limp around your legs, the rest of it kind of burning away with your armor. You still have an attack if you have, if Lorquin has extra attack now. I don't know if you're 5 yet, I can't remember.
Yeah, I do have extra attack. I'm also going to... first I will actually extra attack.
Oh!
Oh, yes!
Go ahead and... that does hit, if you were wondering. Go ahead and roll damage on that. For a grand total of 16 and another 7 for 23 points of damage in one strike. You pull it down, and the rest of that tentacle is completely severed away, and there's only 2 of these tentacles left now as you strike.
I still have a bonus action, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, bonus action shots?
Oh, you don't have to... Action Surge isn't a bonus action, I don't think. I think you just can do it.
Yeah, Action Surge just do it.
Yeah, so you're good. But you Action Surge. What do you want to do is you call upon your fighter's endurance to keep battling.
Oh, that doesn't take off bonus action. Something else I have here. Yes, I'm going to do bonus action Fighting Spirit.
All right.
I'm going to attack more tentacles.
All right. Swing away. Pardon me. 16 is going to barely hit.
1
and 18 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage on both of those. That was a total of, oh my god, another 10, 25, another 30 points of damage with those 2 attacks. All right, 2 more deadly strikes. You run up to it and go to one of the other tentacles and begin slashing and cutting away at it, and it's not in... it's not looking too great. The thing below, you're just hearing more of this terrible static in your mind, Lorquin, as it continues to battle away. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's all.
That is a pretty impressive turn. Let's go to the top of the initiative. While this has all been happening, you see Presento is kind of like sneaking along the outside of the room towards Lemmec present and just puts like a finger up to the joint in its present as if to say, shh, don't tell anyone I'm sneaking around. That's going to bring us to the top of the initiative, which I believe was you, Valraith. You were down, but now you're back. 10 health.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
You already know what I'm gonna do.
Fair enough.
Chop-o-matic!
You strike. For...
Boom.
My goodness,
Boom.
it's gonna hit. Oh my god.
It
32 points of slashing damage.
okay, so how much, like, is it the tentacle still there?
The tentacle was affected by the crit, not by the damage. The tentacle is just part of the creature's
Okay.
whole pool of damage.
Okay, well then, you know, I'm just gonna have to smite it too.
For a total of 12, 32, 44 points of damage. As you swing the longsword down, you cut into the creature. The tentacle kind of like writhes and kind of pulls back, and you hear the thing within just still kind of howling in this rage. Valraith, you will see the light of the cloud. Turn away. All is burned before the sun. And you hear that in response to your strike kind of echoing in your mind.
Praise the cloud!
And that's all for your turn, I assume?
Yes.
Alright, that's going to bring us to, I believe this would now be your actual turn. Oh no, this is Kokla, and then it's Aewni. So Kokla, what would you like to do?
I still have a crossbow.
Still got a crossbow. 11 unfortunately is going to miss.
Alright, little buddy.
Yeah.
Just another try.
You have advantage for pack tactics, so you can make another re-roll that crossbow.
Yeah.
20
Yes!
9 points of piercing, and that dagger,
Let's go, little buddy.
also with advantage. Unfortunately misses. This time Dagger Buddy, spurred on by his success, makes a couple of over-enthusiastic swings, zips back to you, and then the 9 hits, though you land a nice crossbow strike. Tentacle kind of pulls back as we move next in initiative to Aewni.
That's the dagger, buddy.
I'm gonna attempt a guiding bolt it again.
Yeah, attack away. 22 will hit this time, roll damage. That's going to be 17 points of damage, and you watch as radiant light is now just like, it strikes the tentacles which are glowing, but there's also a ton of light that's just spilling out and upwards from the present at the center of the room. Is that all for your turn?
Oh, you mean I can do it again?
Do you have anything else on your turn?
Do you have a bonus action you can do?
Yeah.
Yeah. For right now, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna save my sorcery points.
Okay. That's going to bring us next in initiative to the creature, which is going to... you hear the voice crackled towards you, Valraith. You will bend to my will, Valraith. You should make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm so horrible at those.
You, which is weird for a paladin, but
It's a joke.
you do it anyway. And you manage to push it back with your conviction for the cloud, and that would have been very scary if Valraith was a bad guy, but you're good. As we move next in initiative to Lorquin, that's its whole turn.
Oh boy.
What would you like to do, Lorquin?
The very first thing I would like to do is second wind.
That's a great idea.
Point.
You regain 3 plus 5 is 8 points. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You regain 8 points. And what do you want to do with your action?
I'm going to call upon the light of Amaterasu to protect me.
It's going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
All right. The light shines once more from your katana with radiant holy energy. And it's going to make a wisdom saving throw, which it fails. Actually, it should have been 4 higher than that. I'm sorry. Yeah, it should have been 4 higher than that. Is that enough? Is 12 enough?
DC 15.
Okay, yeah. 17 points of radiant damage. The radiant light kind of intermingling with the green light coursing from the box. Anything else on that? Your turn, Lorquin.
I'm going to move as far away from it as possible.
You'll provoke an opportunity attack. You cool with that?
And in that case, I am going to stay where I am.
Okay. Fair enough. That's going to be around the top. You can see Presento at this point has snuck around the outside of the room and has kind of climbed up on top of the Lemmec package and looks over at you guys and just yells, "What do I do?" And shrugs.
First off, get off that present and run.
I just got all the way over here! But that's going to bring us to the top of the initiative, which is you, Valraith.
Is this box looking beat up now? At least?
The Brinto box, yeah, well, you can hear it's not like it looks the same, but its movements have become more sluggish, and you're hearing more of that just terrible psychic static coming out of it.
Well, Slice-O-Matic again.
First attack's at advantage.
Oh, it's an advantage?
Yep.
Hitting bolt.
Ooh. So, first one. Boom.
26 will hit.
And then offhand.
That advantage counted. 22 will hit for a total of 29 points of damage. 2 more strong slashes at this kind of tentacle, and the it's still not actually quite enough to finish it off, but it's that static is reaching a boiling point where it's actually starting to almost give you a headache at this point, Valraith. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
That's going to bring us next to initiative to, it would be Kokla next. What would you like to do, Kokla?
All right, this seems to be a winning strategy.
Yeah, it's oh my goodness! Critical strike for 10 points of damage. Is Dagger going to attack as well?
Yes.
24. Roll damage on that one too. 6. Would you care to describe the killing blow on this creature?
Yay!
All right. Sure. Leave them alone. Then aim a little up so that the crossbow bolt arcs a bit, and then little buddy is in the shadow of the bolt.
Just flying along parallel to the bolt. It flies through the tentacle, severing it, and you watch as Buddy then just kind of like flips it down, and it just pierces into the box. And as it disappears into there, you just hear a and then silence. The tentacles just recede into the box, and all the light that was kind of pouring out of it just stops. And as you take a moment and pause and kind of walk over and look at it after it seems to have stopped, you see the box is now just kind of empty.
There's
Good
nothing
job,
in the
little
box.
buddy.
Nope, it's just an empty, plain green box.
I smashed the box.
Yeah, you destroy the box.
Yes.
Aim will
Good
help
job,
him.
little buddy. Pat.
And then I pat my chest, and I expend my lay on hands, all of it. all 20 points. I'm at 30.
Perfect.
You heal yourself up, and Presento is kind of overstanding on top of the big box.
All right.
Yeah, it's
And
time to go to that.
Presento just kind of goes, "So, what do I do?"
Before anything, Lorquin's going to drink his potion of greater healing.
You do so. Do we open it? Do we just move it?
We were just told to move it just in case it was something not.
Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna. Oh, it's surprisingly light. And Presento just starts like the box is maybe like 10 feet tall, but you watch as he kind of goes over and kind of moves it. He's just able to kind of easily pick it up. I thought it was going to be a lot heavier, but it isn't.
Does does look like it'd be very heavy, doesn't it?
Yes, I think it's just empty, honestly.
Both mean and funny. Let me check and peek in.
Please do not open the box.
Opening the box.
You say that, Lorquin, you say, please do not open the box, as you see, like, you look over and Kokla already has their hand, like, open and is peeking inside. And as you poke it inside, you can see that there's just, like, a post-it note on the inside that says, I owe you one birthday present, Lemmec.
I was gonna drop the copper coin in there.
You just go ahead and throw that one in the rival present as well. You toss in a copper coin heaving with gold, and the whole box actually now looks like it's filled with gold, illusory gold. As you put it in there, yeah, you guys are free to take the present out if you so desire.
Yes.
Let's do that. Our little buddy. Just in case.
Aewni will attempt to contact Bartholomew over the PA if there's like a sound system in this giant vault, which I know there is.
You see the PA. You don't necessarily see a contact, you don't necessarily like a button for it. But as soon as you think that you wanted to contact him, you just hear Bartholomew go, "Oh, what's up? Did you find it?"
Okay.
Found it.
Yeah, we found the present, and with a little help from this guy called,
Presento the Fabulous.
Yes, Presento the Fabulous Party.
You're telling me that I have a present from Presento the Fabulous talking present? Why wasn't I brought that immediately?
No,
He's a celebrity.
Here.
He's a celebrity in the birthday game.
Yes, he's
Gnome
stuck
put
in
him
here.
It's about time, really. He goes, come right out. Just throw aside whatever Lemmec is, so I'll look at it later, and then bring me Presento. Which.
All right.
You guys make your way out of the present room. You reclose the vault, eventually you make your way out. Presento is able to sing his song to Bartholomew. Lemmec's present, which turned out to be innocuous, is removed, and Bartholomew goes, I already paid you, but I really appreciate you taking the time. I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your day at the party, and you have a lot of fun. I need to show everyone that I got a visit from Presento. Bartholomew excitedly goes about his party business. You are all free to enjoy the day as you please. You've already earned 200 Bartholomew bucks. Each of you gain a point of experience. That's it. You guys won. Congratulations. And Bartholomew kind of leans back and goes, actually, the shop today is unfortunately closed because I'm a little bit preoccupied. Is there any very important purchases that any of you make? Because I couldn't make an exception, but if there's anything that could wait, then I'd like to go about my partying.
I did forget to give you something earlier from my brother. And she just hands... Really? Yeah, he got a scale from our great copper dragon grandfather, and he also made you a magic scroll. So here you go.
Oh, that's very kind.
Looks forward to venturing with you in the future.
I will thank him when I see him in person. And Bartholomew kind of thanks you very much and stows away after examining the scale closely for a moment, as well as the scroll. Yeah, congratulations. You've completed this adventure. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our second adventure of the evening. We'll see you all very soon.